Hello everyone, this is Direwolf20 and welcome to episode 52 of Direwolf20's Let's Play Satisfactory series, where today I want to continue playing with Powersuits a little bit. Last episode we had a lot of fun checking out some stuff, and I've got some great mobility options going on with this modular Powersuit I've got. Like, number one, totally have shields. Shields are great, loving shields. Loving the flight, loving the movement speed boosts that we're getting from everything. We can run really fast, and I'm loving it. So we've got integrated blade runners, which basically let you run faster. And then we've got a modification to those that make you sprint faster, which is nice. I'm going to soon be upgrading these once I get some more resources produced. I've got an integrated jetpack, which lets you fly faster. I've got a mid-air refueling module, which lets you refuel your jetpack's fuel source while you're in mid-air, which is cool. And I just made a shield generator Mark 1 last episode, which is also cool because it protects you from taking damage. Now, the shield generator doesn't have a lot of health to it. It has, right here you can see it's got about 10 health to it, so that's about one of these little bars down here. So the shield generator Mark 1's not amazing, but it does help you a little bit. Which is really kind of nice. Now, what I wouldn't mind doing is taking a look at the Shield Generator Mark II, which is going to wind up consuming more power, but also, you know, giving me 2 shield blocks of power. And these, by the way, stack with other modules of the same type. So you can put multiple shield generators in here to build up a lot of shielding, which is neat. I like that a lot. And then there's all kinds of stats in here that'll show you all the details. So power production is currently at 30, is that right? Is that how much power we're producing? And I don't know how much we use. Let's see, consumes 50 megawatts while flying. And this guy consumes 10 megawatts when sprinting. Okay, cool. So yeah, as we can see when we're flying here, it's definitely draining some of our power and our fuel, which is not a big deal, right? And then as we're not flying, it's, you know, it's allowing us to recharge our fuel and our power, obviously, at the same time. One of the things I might want to do today, so a few things I want to get. Number one, I wouldn't mind getting myself a gas mask, integrated gas mask, and integrated hazmat suit, which will mean that I no longer need to swap these things out as I go to areas that require gas masks and hazmat suits, which will be amazingly cool, and I very much want to do that so that I have those integrated. Now, they're still going to use filters, so I still need to craft and maintain filters in my inventory in order to protect myself from, you know, radiation and gas, but it means I don't have to swap out and remove my sprinting and my flight in order to do that, which is awesome. I also wouldn't mind checking out the slow health regenerator and maybe even the medium health regenerator. It's gonna consume some power, a decent amount. It looks like even when idle. Consumes 30 megawatts when idle. My goodness. Consumes 90 megawatts when regenerating health. That's cool. That's significant. So these guys, they consume a lot of power from your thing when they're just sitting there idle. How much does the suit by itself produce again? 30 megawatts passive generation. So if we wanted this guy, he would basically consume 30 megawatts when idle. So essentially, he would break even on that. Okay. But I might just throw this one on there, which is only 15 megawatts when idle. That one might not be too bad. Just so that if I take a little bit of health damage, I like being able to slowly regenerate it, quote-unquote, for free, rather than having to consume, you know, my food all the time. And that would just save me a little bit of effort, right? Like, I would still carry these around if I'm in the middle of a fight and I want to heal myself all the way. Definitely worth still using the medicinal inhalers. So that's one thing I might want to do. Might want to make a Mark II shield generator. And because we're going to be using more and more power from our suit, we're going to need power generation capabilities. So we're going to look into that today as well. And I super duper extra triple want to look at the spatial tear generator because that looks like fun. That looks like a lot of fun. Being able to teleport back to your hub, yes, please. I like that plan. I like that plan for sure. So, let's take a look at what we're going to do. Let's start with the suit protection, right? So these guys look easy. We're going to need like 200-ish fabric. So I'm going to get crafting, and we will be right back. All right, let's research the integrated gas mask, because that's how we roll. Boom. So the integrated gas mask will protect us, obviously, from the gas in this planet, and that's pretty cool. Let's just see what's involved in making one of these guys. Integrated gas mask needs most of the things you would expect. I would just need a gas mask and a couple gas filters. Don't I have a gas mask? How do I not have a gas mask on me? Do I not have my gas mask still? Like, where'd it go? What'd I do with it? What am I? A dope? What happened to my gas mask? Anyone? Bueller? Where's my gas mask? Did I use it for something? I legitimately have no idea what happened to my gas mask. Oh well, looks like we're making a new one. Looks like we're making a new one. And I'm going to need some gas filters as well to craft this thing, and it might not be a bad idea to have some more. So I'm going to go snag some coal from somewhere. We'll be right back. Alright, so I should be able to make my integrated gas mask now. Hooray! And that would be this goo. Consumes 10 megawatts and gas filters when exposed to toxic gas. Provides full immunity to gas supplied with filters. Installing more than one has no effect. Hooray! Oh, cool! Look, you get a little gas gauge down in the bottom left. That is awesome! Let's go try it out, shall we? I definitely need some better vertical movement. I need to upgrade that. It's a little bit. It's not terrible, but it's not great. So if we pop over here by our nearest gas location... You're totally fine. In the gas. Look at that. And it's totally using up gas filters. You can see it. You can see it happening. No problems there. And then we get out, and we're good. I love it. Now for the radiation suit one, because we have a whole uranium area that we're working in, right? So we want to make sure that we're good there. Boom! Look at that, just dropped half my shield. Boom! It's the best. I do like this. Can you tell I'm geeking out? I like this mod. It's cool. It's fun. Hey, I'm having a good time. Okay? I was 100% sure I had enough fabric, but you know what? I didn't have enough fabric. I was 100% sure I had enough fabric, and that was determined to be a lie. So we're going to need more of you. And what I've been doing is just consuming my alien organisms and turning them into biomass. Because they make a lot of biomass. Anyway, back in a minute. Oh, I know what happened to my... It uses a gas mask to do the research. That's what happened to my gas mask. And the same just happened to my integrated hazmat suit. It uses a hazmat suit to do the research, and as a result, we no longer have a hazmat suit. Dun dun dun. No big deal. We can make a new one, presumably soonish. Well, I'll tell you guys one thing. The shield doesn't protect against radiation poisoning, but that's okay. Okay, so, integrated hazmat suit. Crafting complete. Now we can add this to our body, and boom! Radiation intensity, 0%. That's cool! It has a radiation gauge down there? I like that. Now let's teleport over to our uranium processing area and see what that's all about. Boom. Hello, friends. So if I... right up into here... Now the only bummer is it doesn't show me the number of gas masks and radiation protection masks, like these things, filters we have. But I guess as we get close, it's showing me the radiation intensity. That's cool. Man, radiation intensity does not get that high, does it? Alright, now it's at 100%. Now it's at 100%. But even here, like, we're only at 22%. I didn't realize that there were such discrepancies. Because at the top screen there, radiation level just caps out. And it maxes out, like, right about 15 to 20%. Right around 20% is where the top level meter measures out, but it actually measures a lot higher than that behind the scenes. That's kind of neat to know. Things I learned today, and you know what's even better about this is I don't think we'll have the problem that we have with our other radiation suit, which is it wastes filters every time we unequip it and re-equip it. That's pretty awesome. That is pretty awesome. You know, I think I might be having a minor problem. Get it? Minor problem. With my bauxite production. So I'm dropping a Mark III miner out here. And that's going to do 480 bauxite per minute. How cool is that? Huh? How cool is that? And then what I'm going to want to do is have Mark V belts bringing my bauxite over. I just noticed I'm out of batteries again. And I am constantly having problems keeping my battery production up and running. And it is driving me nuts. But we will solve this problem eventually. Just wanted to note that, and we'll be right back after I'm ready to move on to the next component of this Powersuit's fun mod that I'm having fun with. Ooh, and check out on the bottom left, I am low on fuel. Just noting that. So as a reminder, the only thing we're using fuel for at this point is flying, right? So fuel is not currently used to charge our suit's power reserves, primarily because the only thing our suit is generating power from is the built-in suit's passive power generation. But that's going to change soon, because very shortly I'll be adding a fuel thingy to help charge my suit, because I'm going to need it at some point. At some point I'm going to need it for sure. We're not there yet, but soon. So let's make sure we've got a healthy amount of fuel on us, at least a lot of the time. 3 stacks ought to be nice, and look, it's recharging down there, which is cool. I really am impressed with this mod's UI. Alright, so I'm going to steal some electromagnetic control rods, which we're obviously overproducing, which is nice to know. That's good. And hopefully the increase in my bauxite production fixes my battery problem, but if it doesn't, I'll keep an eye on it and let you guys know what I wound up doing to fix it, because I have no idea why it's still a problem. It's just not making any sense to me. So I need a shield module and the Mark 1 shield generator to unlock the next one. So to make shield modules, there's a couple ways to do it. So obviously we saw last episode, I think we did it with our immerser spheres, which we don't want to use because we don't have a lot of them. But I'm going to do the alternate recipe here, which just uses 1 SAM ore per. Now remember, there is a SAM ore node somewhere on the map, and I might Google to find out where. But long story short, they have an alternate recipe, and that's pretty cool. So let's make, a handful of beacons here. I'm suspecting I'm going to need a lot, so we'll just deal with that in a minute. But let's just get it unlocked. And then I'm going to remove my shield module that I've got installed in my suit so that I can unlock the Mark II shield module so that we can then make that, and that would be cool. Deal? And remember, there's modifications to these, so one that increases the total armor and one that recharges faster. I'll probably want the armor bump up, but we'll see what happens. So to make a shield module Mark II, we're going to need a shield emitter, okay? And a shield Mark 1. Oh, well, that's not bad. That's not bad. I wasn't sure what the recipe would be. So I know we're going to need like 20 of these, right? And we're going to need more cables, lickety-split, which really makes me hope that we have enough cable production going on, because I'm concerned we might not. Yeah, we 100% do not. We 100% do not have enough cable production happening at the moment. How are we for this stuff? Wow, actually, we're hurting on all things, aren't we, these days? We are hurting on all things these days. Turning back on all the things that I said I don't need to make anymore has absolutely increased, because, making stators uses wires, and making automated wiring uses lots of stators and cables. So those 2 sets of ingredients are rapidly being consumed to make the automated wiring, which I've been using a little bit, which I had turned off because we didn't need anymore, but now we need for this mod. So just putting out there that we are in some form of trouble. We'll figure out a solution here in a moment. Let me just, what I'm going to do? I'm just going to make this manually. That's how I'm going to handle this. We'll be right back. Okay, so now we should be cool here to, let's see, shield generator. I should be able to make 2 of these. Thank you. Remember, a little bit of SAM ore goes a long way with these recipes. So then I should be able to make a shield generator Mark 1, provided I had enough circuit boards. Here we go. And I only want 1 of those, because then I want to make the shield generator Mark 2, which is going to use just a handful of electromagnetic control rods and radio control units. So that's actually a relatively cheap upgrade. 100% worth doing. And now I can install the Mark II shield generator in here, which gives me 20 shielding, which is pretty neat. Very much liking that. Now you can see it's draining power to charge it, but then we're okay again. So we've got plus, oh, that's interesting. So that's our current power generation. So plus 22 power is what we're getting. So something is passively draining 8. What was it again? One of these guys, maybe? That's only when we're inside an area. It might be this guy. Consumes 8 megawatts to maintain the shield. So just having the shield generator equipped drains 8 megawatts, and then while we're running, we'll be draining, you know, more, 10 and 10. So that would be, so we'll have like +2 power while we're running here. Yes, see, +2 power, and then we stop running, right? See how that works? Cool. That's cool. I like it. And then this is your fuel adjustments, right? That's kind of neat. It doesn't show a positive for fuel, but that's okay. But it also shows you the negative for the power drain. Alright, that's kind of cool. I like this stuff. I like it a lot. Now, what should we do next? I really want to try out the teleporter, but I'm a little bit concerned about how it's going to wind up working. So for protection-wise, I think we're good for now, though I did want to try this one, too. I just need 2 medicinal inhalers. I can make that happen. Just for the fun of it. You should be able to research. Yes. Beautiful. Slow health regenerators. This is going to generate slow, very, 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 very slowly regenerate your health. But 100% worth it, I would say. Slow health regenerator is just going to need 2 more medicinal inhalers. Okay, well, then just boop. Now, if you wanted to, I think it said these things could stack, right? Installing more than one of the same tier has no effect. So if you wanted to put all 3 of them in, you could. But I'm just going to stick this guy in here. Now, that should be significantly draining my power balance. Okay. But it should also be healing me. 0.25 health regeneration per second. So... Alright, there we go. Boom. I'm fully healed. Nice. So if we were to go, you know, take a flying leap off this platform here and fall to the ground painfully. Please don't die. Yeah, see, I took a little bit of health damage there, and shield damage, obviously. But look at my power situation now. My power is obviously a problem, because sprinting now brings me into the negative. Also, I lose power when we're actively healing. So, passively, when we're not healing, this guy is not too much of a problem. Okay? So, check that out. We're still at -10? Why are we at -10 with this thing de-equipped? Oh, probably because it's trying to rebuild my shield as well. Okay, so if I take the shield module out, we should be cool. Right, so we're at +30. I stick this guy in here. What is he? So he's... consumes 15 when idle, consumes 45 when regenerating health. That doesn't seem to be actually happening, or am I crazy? Yeah, I don't think it's actually consuming the 45, so that might be a bug. That might be a bug, right? But then we stick our shield generator in here, and we're draining quite a bit of health. Remember, it drains a lot of health, or it drains a lot of power to recharge the shield, but once the shield is recharged, I think we'll be in good shape. So I'm going to remove you for a sec, let my energy recharge here. And I think in theory, we should be getting more power back when we're not healing ourselves. But that's okay. Not too worried about it. Minor bug there, probably. And it also reduces your total energy store, which is interesting. So having this equipped reduces power capacity by 15 megawatts, which, again, not a huge deal, but that's okay. So now that we've fully recharged our shield, we're back to power. So now would be an ideal time to have power generation in our suit. So to do that, as you can see, now running around drains power, because we're losing power from a few things, obviously. I am now confused as to why we are low. Well, I guess it's U plus U, right, is the loss of the power there. So we are definitely needing a little bit of help with suit power generation. So we've got the biofuel burner. We might have to research that before we can research the other stuff, but I'm probably not going to do that. Generates a maximum of 30 megawatts by consuming a maximum of 15 megajoules per second of fuel. Increases suit fuel capacity. So this will drain biofuel, right, to do what we want. And then this will burn fuel. Right, we're gonna want to close that and suit power gen. So this will burn fuel, And that's going to need some empty canisters real quick. Good, we have plenty of those. Okay, so now we've got the empty canisters we're going to need. So power generation, this, bada bing, bada boom, start research. And I'm curious what it will cost to create this module. But this will basically burn the fuel that we're carrying around anyway for flight and turn it into energy as needed, I presume. But we're gonna find out. Hopefully it doesn't burn fuel, you know, fuel burning generator. So that's just gonna be 100 canisters and then we're cool. Okay. 100 canisters and then we're cool. So now, installing this in the suit should increase my fuel capacity a decent amount, should. Increases suit fuel tank capacity by 1,000 MJ. Medium scale-up speed stacks with other modules of the same type, which is cool. Okay, neat. Now are there... Oh, cool. Modules. Fuel burning generator in slot index 8, consuming 8 megajoules to generate 0 megawatts. Cool, so as I start running here, we'll see that it's not going to use the fuel suit until it needs to, which is definitely something I was hopeful for, right? I wanted to make sure that it wouldn't be burning fuel. Huh, that's cool. So are we still, just from running, burning a healthy amount of fuel here? Interesting. So I think what we've got is the scale-up speed here. So it's keeping me at 90% power. See how it's generating 43 megajoules a second? I think the goal here is that it tries to keep me at 90%, so it scales up its power generation so that it doesn't waste fuel. Which, if you think about it, is a good thing, right? Like, this thing has the capacity on the tooltip, it says, to generate 100 megawatts, and we're currently only generating 43. So, very much, it's working in a good way, in that it's not wasting fuel, right? It's definitely not wasting fuel. So if we were to fall here, right, and then now we're generating 74-ish, 75-ish megajoules. So we're still not quite hitting that consumption max, even though we're recharging our shield, healing ourselves, and flying. That works for me. And then once our shielding was good, now we're dropping down to that 45 value, which is cool. So overall, that's pretty nice. Now that's obviously going to start consuming a healthy amount of fuel from our inventory. Not too crazy an amount, but it's definitely, we're going to want to make sure that we have enough fuel on us at most times. Or we're going to start running into power problems, is essentially what we can expect to happen. So keeping that in mind, we're going to want to be careful. So all I'll say is I came back here to check in on my battery production, and it looks like we're up to 100% battery production again. So ramping up our bauxite production was a good call. 100% a good call to make right there. Cool. So that should get our batteries running happily again, which I'm happy about. Hooray! Batteries happening. Whoo! Flying at 50 meters per second. Yeah, the only thing is if you get stuck, because the maintaining of the momentum only happens to a degree, and then if you get stuck, you're going to slow down, which is a little bit of a bar. So horizontal flight speed is not bad when you're running, but it will definitely slow down otherwise. Cool. So now we're building up a backstuffing of batteries again. This was at like 4. So what happened is off camera, I came over here to snag these things, and I was like, how come I only have 4 batteries in this? And then I realized, oh, something not working out well. Alright, so we're going to need a synchronized summer sloop regulator to unlock the spatial tear generator. Synchronized summer sloop regulator, which would be this guy, I believe. So let's start the research down the line. Wow, we're going to need 10 SAM ore, which very much has me considering the fact that I might want to get more SAM ore pretty soon. So that should be easy peasy to unlock. And that's an unstable summer sloop, which is a component. A suit crafting component. Danger, radioactive. Be prepared when crafting this. The unusual properties of the summer sloop have been amplified to create an unstable radiation-leaking substance. Further refinement is required to contain this energy. So the unstable summer sloop needs more SAM ore, which we definitely don't have. And this is a placeholder recipe, apparently. Now, this guy here, wow, we just need 2 of these strong electromagnetic assemblies, and we happen to have them. How cool. Stabilizing the summer sloop contains the leaking radiation and allows for safe storage as well as usage in more advanced components. A crafting component for the Powersuit module. Hooray! That's cool. And then finally, the synchronized summer slink regulator, which apparently doesn't have any cost to research. Oh, yeah, I guess not. It's free to research. All right, cool. Cool. So the recipe is undecided, so it's a placeholder. So literally you just craft it with itself and it turns into the thing. So that's neato burrito. So we're going to need more SAM ore. For sure. And we're definitely going to also need some more summer sloops. Would be nice to have, because we have 2 of them. So I don't know if there's a scanner for SAM ore. Is there? I don't believe there is. So what I might do is just go look up where the SAM ore location is. So believe it or not, I think there's actually a SAM ore node not too far from our base right here. It's apparently like right around here-ish, but underground. So it might be down in this here area. Now, I think there's spiders down here, so consider that a warning. Ah! Haha! Well, that was easy. Hello, shielding. That shielding, by the way, did not protect me from 1 hit from that spider. Literally, that spider hit me once and my shielding was gone. So that shielding is not particularly excellent. Look at this, it's another summer sloop. I definitely need more of these. And what's interesting is it's like inside a rock, which is very fascinating to me. There's a lot of different materials here too. But this is very much a normal SAM node. So I can sit here and mine it manually. We can throw a miner on it. We can do whatever we want to make this, you know, do the thing. So if we wanted to run power lines down here and get this thing running, we absolutely could. Let's make a pair of portable miners. We'll throw a Mark II down here. No need to go crazy with a Mark III. We don't need that much SAM ore. Right? I mean, without mods, you don't need SAM ore ever. There's literally no use for it. But since we have mods, and they thought it would be cool to use SAM ore, and I agree, by the way, that it's cool that they use SAM ore. Okay. Now getting out of here is going to be fun. I have no idea how to properly get out of here. I wonder if there's like a legitimate way to get out without a jetpack. Because I am just a little bit curious at this point what the deal is. Little baby spiders. Doesn't hurt to explore a little bit, right? Doesn't hurt to explore a little bit. Just curious. That's all. Just curious. I'm allowed to be curious as to the terrain here and the way in and out of things. This ain't so bad. Ah, look where I'm at. I'm over by a place that I've built at before, so that's cool. So I should be able to... What I'll probably do is real quickie set up a transport system. so I can get in and out of there easily. A little tube system. So hypertube entrance. And then you can connect up to an existing power pole. This works, right? Ow. And it's just a tricky matter of seeing if I'll be able to see that power pole from where I'm at. I may or may not be able to, but that's okay. We'll figure it out. Here we go. I love this mid-air flight refuel thing. 100% OP, 100% Dyer's kind of thing. So you into you. You need a hypertube entrance now, and you're going to go into the hypertube entrance. So that's going to have you now automatically producing SAMWAR for us at a rate of 120 per minute, which should be... Within 1 minute, I'll have more SAMWAR than I'll ever need. Literally more SAMWAR than I will ever need within a minute, because I doubt that we're going to need 120 SAMWAR. But for fun, let's just go ahead and go nuts, right? Let's make it, right? And then we can whoosh our way out of here. Get back to our base. So there's websites out there because the map is static in Satisfactory. It's a giant map. There's several starting locations that you can start in. But it is a static map. It's not randomly generated in any way. So there are websites out there that contain, you know, all the things that you would need to do. All right. So now if we want to, let's see. So for unstable summer sloops, it's that. And then to stabilize it, I want to make sure that we can stabilize it right away because remember, it leaks radiation. So we're going to need a couple strong electromagnetic assemblies, of which we are short on Caternium wire. We're going to need more of that anyway. Don't you love how much faster I fly now? It's literally the best. Okay, so 1, 2 of these, right? And now we can make the unstable summer sloop. We'll be able to stabilize it right away. So yes, that's obviously radiationing. And then that is not radiationing, and that's pretty cool. Right? And then we can make that thing, which is what we need to research how to make this thing after we get a few more quick wires. Cool? Now, I think summer sloops are used each time we teleport, which is bad. But I think also we can recharge them, which is good. We'll find out. We'll find out. Okay. So did I unlock this dude is ready to go? Nice. Spatial tear generator module. That's cool. Connects to the synchronized wormhole installed in your hub, allowing the wearer to return home at will. Automatically activates at critical health to avoid loss of fix-it property. This process leaves the user extremely weakened and shorts the Powersuit. Work in progress based game bug will likely kill multiplayer clients on teleport, still working out ways to prevent this. In event of death, teleports the wearer back to the hub instead of dying. Allows teleporting to the hub from inventory. Consumes 1 synchronized summer sloop regulator per use, returning a depleted summer slink regulator in exchange. Installing more than one of the same tier has no effect. Okay. Now what's this thing? Research into recharging and resynchronizing depleted summer slinks in the particle accelerator, allowing them to be used again. That is very much a yes. We want one of those. But nitrogen gas? How do I... How do I give you nitrogen gas? In the MAM. Like, I can give you canisters of nitrogen gas. Will that be sufficient? I don't know. But it looks like we're going to have to research this. Like, this is packaged water and packaged heavy oil residue, right? And this is going to be encased uranium cells. But explain to me how I supply you with straight up nitrogen gas. I do not know. I do not know. I can't pipe nitrogen gas into the MAM, as far as I know. I don't think there's any piping lines. We'll have to figure that out. But that's going to allow us to recharge the summer sloops that... So basically, my understanding is it uses one of these to activate the teleport, and then we get a depleted one back, which I think is this. Yes. So we'll need to craft several of these. Like, we'll have to craft one, use it, and then get a depleted one. And that's, you know, where we'll go. So, let's see. So an unstable summer sloop. Give me another summer sloop. We're probably just going to need multiples of these. And that's the radiation-y one. Look at my radiation levels. Oh, right. We need, two of these. Strong electromagnetic assemblies. Stabilized summer sloop. Cool. Fresh summer slink synchronization. Cool. And then we can use this to teleport to our base from anywhere. I'm obviously going to use it while standing right next to my base, because I'm just curious to see how this looks and works, but exciting. Exciting. All right, so now let's try it out. So how do I activate this thing? Well, you know what? I think I have to actually make the teleporter bit. Yes, the item that actually teleports me. The actual module. I made the fuel source for the module. I didn't make the actual module. The actual module is Spatial Tear Generator, which we actually have the resources to make, but it is going to require one of those synchronized summer sloops. And 1,500 of these. So we've got it now. We can install it now. Teleport to hub. Obviously not working because we don't have the fuel source anymore, because we just used it to craft that module. No big deal. No big deal. Let's get more of those strong electromagnetic dudes. So that we can make the summer sloops. Unstable, stable, fresh. Okay, we're clearly going to need more summer sloops because we need them to do the research. So I'm gonna have to. What I'm gonna do, the map that's online has a couple. I'll fly around between episodes and grab some. But let's test out teleporting to the hub. You ready? So I'm gonna be, you know, over here. I'm gonna hit the teleport to hub button. Oh, that is cool. And yes, it very much hurt. It drained my shield. It lowered my health significantly. It drained a lot of power. And it left me with a depleted summer slink regulator. Cool. And therefore, I presume I cannot teleport to a hub again. No. So it's very expensive to teleport back to the hub. Requires a summer sloop. Obviously, we'll be able to recharge that summer sloop after we do the research. That is all leaked into here. So we're going to have to figure that out next episode, right? Because we have to wrap up now. But next episode, I'll either between episodes or next episodes research these guys, figure out how I'm supposed to get nitrogen gas to do research with, because I have no idea. And then find a couple more summer sloops so we can make another synchronized one so that we can use it to research how to resync, so we can use it to learn how to recharge. I believe the recipe to recharge includes the particle accelerator, so we're probably going to need to get back into that. But for now, it's wrapping up point. So, also, why you know recharging shield? That's actually a really good question. Is that a bug? Aha! That might be a bug. That might be a bug. Not a big deal. But it looks like when you teleport back to your base, you need to remove and re-equip the shield. But, like I said, this is an early version of the mod. We'll get there, right? I'm sure the mod developer is working on all these bugs. He's well aware of them. Or they. I'm not sure. I think it's a couple people that work on this mod. So, for now, wrapping up point, Direwolf20 signing off. Hope you guys enjoyed the episode. We'll come back next time and continue with this fun stuff. And then we have to get back to nuclear power processing. All right, guys. Take it easy.